Good morning, people. Good morning. So, once again, I'm up and I'm at it. I'm getting ready to go do my workout. And it's funny because they said 21 days is the number of days that you need to switch a habit. I'm 7 days in. But I do work out all the time, but I'm just starting to become more consistent with it. So I'm going to be taking you along on that journey to see how that actually works out. But I'm going to tell you, since I've been working out, I have seen a change in my mind, the way that I think, my perspectives, my skin, as well as slimming down a little bit. So we're going to continue with that. Let me introduce myself. My name is Patricia. I'm your favorite motivational guru. So I'm going to be uploading content and information regarding my journey as far as homelessness and poverty. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. So I have done a couple videos that I'm going to be uploading this week about my journey. So I am just recording the information and then I'm going to be releasing it soon. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. So I got my braids in, which I'm excited about because when a brown girl do a protective style and she's working out, she is serious. She not joking. Her edges, she don't want her edges to be messed up. That's so funny. So today I'm going to continue on with my videos in regards to homelessness. On the last one, which I have yet to upload, it was actually about how God got me started on my journey. I detailed about the job when I felt like it wasn't any room for growth, how he told me to go back down to the shop, also how he sent me to church, and the man said you're going to experience what Job experienced. And so that is where I am. So that was the summer of 2011. And I also talked about how he set me in my friend's house for the first 4 to 5 months, from about July 16th into my birthday, to sit me down, to heal me from a lot of things that I had actually forgotten that had taken place with me. So I'm actually going to start there. So in that time when I was staying with my friend, because as I told you, once we got the message from church on Father's Day about Job and how he lost everything, we thought that we were going to relocate to Columbus. Columbus is one of my favorite places. It's a lot of different nationalities and ethnicities that are there. To me, in regards to family, when you're in the malls or different locations, you can see a lot of family, which I really love. And I just felt like, because when I was 18, I got accepted into Ohio State. I didn't know that because I graduated number 4 in my class that I was actually privy to receiving some scholarships and other things that would take care of my schooling. But that was another one of the issues because I had a lot of fear. I had never really traveled like that. So it's like, oh my God, I'm 2 hours away. And I'm thinking in my head, like, who's going to come get me if I'm sick? Where am I going to get a ride from? And just all this other nonsense that prevented me from going and moving to Columbus. And it was amazing because God was actually setting it up and orchestrating it for somebody else to go before me so that I could actually go down there. I had another friend that was 1 grade higher than me, and we were cheerleaders, and she went before I did. So I should have took the initiative, like, okay, if she's going, then I should go. And then I knew other people that went to Ohio State, but I didn't end up going, long story short. So for me, that ended up being a dream that was deferred, or a dream that was lost. So I think when I was trying to move to Columbus, not like I was trying to relive going to Ohio State and staying on campus. I'm 23 years old, but I think that was some of my motivation. That was not what God had in store for me. So we didn't end up moving, but for those first 4 months, that was the first house that I stayed in. And my friend had experienced some traumatic stuff as far as her mother and her father. And I'll keep that discreet because that's her own personal business. However, when I was there, the Lord had reminded me about my molestation and a lot of things that had happened in my childhood that at the age of 23, I still had yet to heal and deal with. So as I told you, Law & Order SVU had become my favorite show. I don't think I ever had really watched it all like that before I got to her house. But for some reason, watching those videos with Stabler and Benson and how they were vindicating on behalf of victims that have been sexually traumatized, it moved me. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get out of the sun in a minute. It moved me, and it actually motivated me. But at the same time, it also pricked something in my heart that I didn't understand. And it made me emotional because I wasn't over it. So for those first 4 months, or maybe 5, from July 16th until my birthday, which was on December 2nd, he actually had me sit there in the house. I mean, I helped my friend because, like I said, at first we thought we were going to move. So that is so funny how God will have you do one thing, or you will find yourself doing one thing, and it will not be that at all. It will end up being something totally different than what you thought. It will surprise you. And I have gotten a lot of that because I'm going to tell you why. Because if God knew, if he told you to do what he really wanted you to do, a lot of times you wouldn't do it. Like if I knew me quitting my job and losing all that stuff would lead me just to stay in a house with 90 people, child, I would have never did it. I mean, my ultimate will a lot of times was for myself. You know, I gave and I did things for other people, but that wouldn't have been something that I would have just thought to do. Like, oh, let me move in with people for 8 years to help them heal from certain things. Let me move in with people for 8 years to get the experience that I need for this book. I never would have thought that would have been something that I do, but he knew the plan that he had for me. So I moved in with her, and I stayed with her, like I said, from July 16th until December 2nd. And while I was there, I was journaling, I was writing, I was praying. God was showing me a lot about myself, a lot of things that I didn't want to deal with because, you know, when you start working, your mind is always on, oh, I got to get up and go to work. I have to get up and do this. I have to get up and do that. So once you get, you know, out of high school, or even for me, I started working before I left high school, and I just didn't have the time that I needed for myself. And then as women, we are natural born nurturers. So we're always nurturing someone else, whether it's children, whether it's nieces and nephews, whether it is other people's children, we are always giving. And so at that time, which I have now come to appreciate, I didn't know that was God's method of me giving back to myself, or him giving me the time that I needed. It took him to actually have me give my car back and other things in order for him to sit me down. And that's another thing. Sometimes things are falling apart, or sometimes it seems like things are being taken. Sometimes it feels like things are being moved out of the way. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because if he wouldn't have took that job or asked me to give the job back, I would probably still be at first married, unhappy, and I would probably still would not have grown to know myself as much as and as well as my gifts and talents and purpose, if I did not take the time to heed him when he was telling me, give back your job and all these things that I have given you anyway. So that was the first quarter. And after I learned about the molestation on December 2nd, how much it had impacted me, I then, in that time, I also finished maybe the second half of the book. I had wrote the first half in the summertime. And then in December, I sat down and, you know, started writing it again, I want to say. Oh, that might have been a year before. Sorry, you guys, it's been 8 years, so trust me, my mind is a little bit foggy. But that's what happened. And then after that, you know, at the time, I was still trying to get a job, sending out applications. Indeed, I don't know what it was at that time, but trust me, I was sending out applications because I'm like, I want to get a job so that I can get an apartment, so that I don't have to stay with nobody, because, you know, that's probably one of the hardest things, to stay with someone. But that wasn't what he had in store either. So we're up till December 2nd. So you're going to have to stay tuned for the rest of the video. Also, because I'm here about to start my workout. Can you see that? Whew. And I brought my jump rope with me too, so I'm ready for it. But if I can give you any nugget or tidbit of information from this video, number one, it would be, do what God is telling you to do, or what you feel unction in your spirit to do. It is unconventional, but at the same time, it is beneficial. If I would not have quit my job and saw that there was no room for growth, I would still be there. I wouldn't know as much about myself as what I do. I wouldn't know how strong I am, how gifted I am, and also my purpose. So that would be tidbit number one, or nugget number one. Number two, it would be to remain extremely prayerful while you are pursuing your vision and your goals. Be careful as far as the counsel that you seek as well and what people tell you. And have faith. Number three would be have faith. Believe in what he showed you. Believe in what you know you're going to eventually do. Just believe. I mean, build yourself up. Read your word and remain faithful. So I wanted to get that out for today because it's Monday. I'm about to do my workout. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video if you want to know more about homelessness, poverty, how I got through my journey, how it ended up opening up some doors for me that I had no idea would actually open up. But you guys have an amazing Monday, and I'm going to see you in a little while. Have a good one, guys.